You're still watching Ways. Now, International Rock Day has been created so that people all around the world can learn more about rocks. It's not about rock and roll music, like, you know, when you hear rock now, everybody's thinking guitar and shaking of head. It's all about the stone variety. After all, rocks play a big role in the environment, and they have been used by humans for many purposes over the years. 3 major groups of rocks are defined: igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. The scientific study of rocks is called petrology. A serious matter, which is an essential component of geology. At a granular level, rocks are composed of grains of minerals, which in turn are homogeneous solids formed from a chemical compound that is arranged in an orderly manner. That's what you now see a rock.
I didn't get the memo that it wasn't about rock music.
That's what you had rock music in your head.
Yeah.
No, it's rock. Uti, without rock, you will not be here. There will be no road.
No, I agree. Rocks are very important. I don't have any nice things to say about rocks. Rocks are everywhere. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure if I called Sholai, he would have fantastic things to say about rocks. Well, children actually do appreciate these things more than us.
And as a construction-obsessed child, I'm sure he would be able to surprise me about a few things about rocks, probably be defining the different types of rocks that go into building and construction. But like I said, I'm sure as with anything in nature, they play a very significant role in keeping balance. So yeah, interesting. It seems like everything has a day now. Like what day is World Uti Day? That isn't my birthday, by the way. But you know, what day is World Uti Day?
Let's just check. We'll Google it.
We need a day. I need a day.
We'll tell Wikipedia too. Yesterday was World Malala Day, so
you see,
we can just give you Uti Day.
So what you're saying is, I need to, you know, go and do something.
Something significant. Take a bullet.
No,
they will give you.
We're not going that far. Thank you. God bless you. But no.
Okay, so let me start with Bodex. What did you find for us in the news today?
Oh, okay. I read about a girl. I think her name is Inika also. She's into Gary production, you know, and it was on BBC Pidgin. I love the fact that she's actually a graduate. She studied mass comm, but she couldn't get a job on time. And she was like, okay, instead of me roaming the whole of Lagos looking for a job, let me just go back to the village to meet my parents and then help them out. I was really, really inspired because I've been on that line before. I'm sure everybody has been. We all have a grassroots story where we sold one thing or the other. So for her to be doing that at this crucial time, I think she should be in the news more than the way they are actually doing it. So that's what I got in the news today, and I was really, really impressed.
I love this story. So this is my take, Uti, because I would like to hear your thoughts on it. When I saw her, when I watched the video, I checked, they said she was 23 or 22.
Yeah, 23.
So she's 23. I remember Chidima, that is 21.
Okay.
And 2 opposite ends. Secondly, she did very well. She said she was top amongst the top in her class. So it's not like this
first 3. Actually.
Yes, first 3 in her class. It's not like this person is dull. So you say, okay, maybe that's why she's not gotten a job. No, she's intelligent. She got very good grades. That was the second thing that struck me. The third thing that struck me was the fact that she would have also succumbed. There would have been options because she said she went different places, of course, so people were demanding other things for sex and all of that for her. But she said, no, that was not the option. Number 4 was the fact that despite the, I've been to the university and all of that, she can still come back to say, you know what, this is something that I am. I mean, she was proud to say she could use both hands to do it. You know, the only part I didn't like in that video was the part where she kept on saying that when she finds a job. Because you see, most times we do not see things like this. I'm a farmer, right? Everybody's going back to farming. People do not understand that some of these things actually are the lifelines of society. So I wish somebody was able to paint that picture for her. I remember her talking about the capacity that she's not able to do beyond this capacity, of course, because, you know, they are doing it in small scale. But I would have preferred the conversation to be driven towards, you know what, how do I upscale this thing, make it bigger, and start to push and feed the nation? Because automatically, if you're able to do that, you become a billionaire. You don't have to get a job. And these are the things that a lot of people, because she said that when she got back to the village, a lot of people kept on saying, hey, when you go get work now? Because people do not consider some of these things. And this is the problem that we have in this country. That's why everybody will just think that, you know what, until I get a 9 to 5, I'm not this. It's not everybody.
You can't blame her.
Maybe I'm not blaming her.
She has a passion for something else.
It's not.
So I think she was just doing that one for the main time.
So that's the problem.
Right? So I said, as soon as the story was shared, I said, I have a different perspective. So here's a couple of things. First of all, you've been applying for jobs and then you stopped.
For years.
People apply 600, 700, 800 applications. They keep on going. Keep on going. For starters, let's be resilient. Keep on going. That was one. Secondly, it seemed like this Gary thing, because I'm now a graduate, is below me.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't say Gary.
So, you know, so again, you have a skill. Clearly, this is something she said, she's been doing it since she was old enough to hold a calabash. And she was able to do it with 2 hands. Now, because she has that mindset, she can't think about, look, having a university degree is not about getting a job. It's about you developing yourself. So one of the things that we talk about here, I can't tell you how many times I've tried to recruit people and I get CVs and these people have first-class degrees and they're still not employable, they can't have conversations. When I saw this, I thought, you graduated top 3 in your class. What does that say about the quality of our education? Another angle there. Because if you graduate top 3, if things were the way they were supposed to be, you should almost have people waiting to say, I want to snap you up, I want to employ you. So there are multiple things wrong here. And I kind of couldn't see the positives because right from the beginning, I was just like, So there's a lot. Because we now need to, this focus that we have on education is fantastic, but we need to start to learn to take the right things out of education. It's not a means to getting a job. On my way here, I was listening to an ad that was pitching one of these, what's it called now, career evenings at a foreign university. And what the person was saying was, come and further your career. We need to stop thinking about education that way. It's so much broader than that. And when we do that, we limit what we can do. We miss the transferable skills that we could build. There's so much. So in doing that now, she's limited herself to think this is the only way my family and I can fry Gary. You're enlightened. You have a university degree. You should be able to think better.
Thank you. I like that fact. But we ran out of time. But Oti, quickly, your story.
Okay, so my story is the headline says FIRS versus Multichoice tax scramble, a regulatory onslaught or a case of negligence. Now, I'm sure we all remember, I think it was last week, the story broke about FIRS stating that Multichoice owes them 1.8 trillion naira. And I remember seeing the story and I just forwarded it to a group that I was on and I was like, yeah, your government has said, it have do. Pack your bag and go. It's difficult for me to read this and, you know, off the top of my head, I don't even know what the tax percentages are. But for you to charge 1.8 trillion naira. Now, why this stood out for me is because I understand this pay TV business. And I know that Multichoice, the money is dwindling. I have been a subscriber of Multichoice for about 7 years. And then one day I woke up, smelled the roses and said, you know what? What happened to internet? Hello, Netflix. They are hemorrhaging customers like there's no tomorrow. And what stood out for me in this story, yes, we all know they've asked them to pay 1.8 million. Multichoice has come out to say, no, this is not true. The FIRS has done what every taxation, every institution in this country does. They just come to your business. Do you have a TV? Whether you have anything connected, pay TV license. Do you have this? Pay this. We've talked about it so many times on the show here, where businesses are literally squeezed every day by one different person threatening them to shut down shop because they've not paid one tax or the other. So first and foremost, if Multichoice, in the Nigeria that we are in, I mean, I can't remember seeing in the story where it says what period over which the taxes have not been paid. Is it today they've started padlocking businesses and shutting down businesses over taxes? We've not heard anything to the tune of 1.3 trillion. Stop it. Now, the different commentators in the story talk about the fact that, Multichoice is saying, look, the Nigerian subsidiary is paying tax. They want the Multichoice group also to pay tax. I have no doubt that companies structure their businesses in the ways where they can pay the least possible tax. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm not even absolving Multichoice because I don't know the full story. But I'm sorry, how much money do you think these people make to charge them 1.3 trillion naira? Like it's a joke. Stop it.
Okay, while we're stopping it, 4.8 billion has been allocated to National Intelligence Agency to monitor our WhatsApp. Wait for it, messages, phone calls, and text messages. That's my story. So according to the report, they said about 1.93 billion would be allocated for WhatsApp interception solution, while 2.93 billion would be sent towards the Turaya interception solution. That is the solution, a communication system that is used to monitor voice calls or calls related to information, SMS, data traffic, and amongst others. So that is that. We will wait to see how this will. It's real money.
Billion.
Because our budget now, they said what's this other budget, whatever they call the budget.
It was this extra budgetary.
Yes, okay. 87 billion was added. So, and the National Assembly.
To the total.
Yes, the National Assembly, they have approved the budget. So inside this budget, 4.8 billion will go to monitoring your WhatsApp. In
the grand scheme of things.
We'll be all right. We'll see you after the break when we discuss death. Stay with us.